While we're still finding it hard to swallow the bitterness of last Monday attacks on an Abuja-Kaduna train, another tragedy is on our hands. Bandits have raided some houses at Anguwar Maji in Jere town along Abuja-Kaduna Highway and abducted 22 villagers. Residents say the bandits stormed the town around 11 p.m. on Sunday and began to wake up people in their homes before marching them away. This happened barely 24 hours after the Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, inspected their highway. Meanwhile, civil society organizations have rejected the idea of hiring mercenaries to tackle insecurity in the country. According to them, the Nigerian military has the capacity to handle the security problem. Let's start from this highway now. Now, it's not safe. The Nigerian Railway Corporation, they've suspended indefinitely, that route, that Kaduna Abuja.
That's the most sensible thing to do.
It's not safe. And, going by road is like...
No, we are safe. Nigeria is moving gradually towards a failed state. No, where is safe? Where is safe? The only place that is relatively safe is maybe southwest Lagos. That's all. HIPOP is doing all kinds of things in the southeast. ISWAP and Boko Haram is doing whatever they were doing in the northeast. Bandits have taken over the entire northwest and north central.
Lagos is safe, Abuja is safe.
That's what I'm saying. Those are basically, you can just say that it's safe. Because apart from those areas, why is it safe? And because from this same Lagos to Abuja, you cannot travel from Lagos to Abuja. The roads are not safe. There's tendency that you may not get there because there are bandits on all those routes. Even there was a time, as recently as about 3 weeks ago, there was kidnapping on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The people, the young people like that, they had to launch something to pay the ransom. But you see, the problem is that I can understand that the Nigerian military is overwhelmed because they are fighting on all fronts, and they are not prepared for that. I concede that. But this government, in 7 years, should have been able to come up with a new security architecture that will take charge of these bandits. But I think the problem with the bandits is that this government do not have the will to take on the bandits.
Why?
I don't know why. But it's obvious, because let me tell you something. I am not a general. I've said this several times here. But I watch military films, I read military tactics, and I know that the tactics that this government is using can never work. It can never work. So they know, because they are generals. So they know that it cannot work. So they must have an interest in not wanting it to work.
Or to end.
Or to end. Because you see, what I said so is that, who are these bandits? If you look at the bandits, they are not up to 5,000, 10,000 people.
Tops.
Bandits? Yes.
The governor of Katsina actually said or governor of Zamfara, he said they have over 30,000.
You see,
it's like a movement now.
The reason for that is that it is not that's not the core team. Because the problem with the bandits is that we have the original people from Mali and Niger who are professional, the Tuaregs who are professional bandits.
Okay.
That's what they do. They are professional bandits.
The Inspector General of Police, I don't know, maybe to say if we've been involving the military guys in this, but already it's as if the Nigerian police it's as if that force is overwhelmed right now, as in they might not have what it takes. Because when you see these bandits, what they carry around, you see RPG, you see
AK-49
rockets, anti-aircraft, and you see some other very sophisticated equipment that you don't get to see with the police on a regular day.
They are well equipped. Don't forget that the late Army Chief, I think the one that died in the crash, once said that despite all the billions that were voted, he could not, for the life of him, see where those equipments are. I think this is the reason why the war cannot end. A lot of people are making money from this war. And that's, it doesn't need to be a rocket scientist to know this. Because normally, somebody called me from the north and said, the Abuja-Kaduna Highway is about 230 kilometers. Areas of forests is less than 30. This is the same government that has nothing less than 30, 40 helicopters following VIPs around, doing surveillance for things that are not important. And you and I know that bandits, like Mayor said, will make a statement. Immediately they came on board. And then you left these people to their devices, allow the villagers to suffer. It's the failure of government, because you know they will come. How many villages can be in 30 kilometers radius? Kaduna is not the most populous state in Nigeria. You understand? How many villages will be in that axis that cannot be protected? How many villages will be in that axis that you cannot do surveillance, at least for 8 hours after the fact? These are things that does not require going to military school. Something is wrong somewhere. Some people just don't want this war to end. People are making billions from this war, and that to me is the tragedy, because they are killing our people at the rate that cannot be replaced. Don't forget that these are the same people who has resisted till today the creation of state police.
And when you look at them, these are young men.
And most of them are in their 20s.
No, I was trying to explain the other time. There are different types of bandits that we have. We have the professional bandits, the Tuaregs from Mali and Niger.
Okay.
They move around. They do like that. They were the same set of people that went to fight in Libya. During the time they were recruited. Sometimes some of them fight as mercenaries. They were recruited to go and fight in Libya. When they came back and they got to Mali, they created problem in Mali for a long time. You understand? They almost even took over government because they are bandits. They are soldiers of fortune. Yeah. So those are the core people and the bandits. Then when they came in, there are some people that were brought in for election purposes as thugs. There were people that were brought in as thugs. But you know, people don't learn from history. The same mistake was made in the Niger Delta, because it is the thugs that were recruited in Niger Delta that became militant when they didn't have anything to do. So you cannot bring in people, use them for certain purpose, and you think that, guns. Yes, and you harm them, and you think that you just tell them to go and they will go. They won't. They will cause some problems. So that's another set of people. Then there is another set of people that are young people who,
due to unemployment
and poverty, they sort of people who can say, okay, if you are part of us, you will make money. They make a lot of money from kidnappings. They rob people. They do that. Those ones join them. Then there is the remnants of Boko Haram from the Shekau faction. That's why things are becoming difficult, because you have people who have been involved in fighting battles for a long time, who are part of these bandits. So how do I think this government should fight these bandits? I've said that several times again. This government must sit down, make up their mind that, look, we want to fight these bandits. Provide the necessary money and equipment for it. Have a general to control it, and then take each state in the northwest and north central and take the fight to the bandits and send them to wherever they came from. You must take the fight to them at the same time. You must crush them at the same time.
If you notice,
using Tucano to go and bomb some place, you are just wasting your time. They will move to another state.
Looking at the way they operate, they are hardened.
No, they are hardened. Some of them were part of Boko Haram that fought several battles. These two areas, I'm telling you, they fought in Libya, they fought in Mali, they fought in Chad. They fought in Chad. They are soldiers of fortune. So that is why they can take on our military at will. That is who they are. So we have to show the will to take them on. If we think we can say that, they are bandits, because some of them, like I said, are local people who now join these bandits. That's why you can see people like Sheikh Gumi saying, try to accommodate them.
Because what is worrisome now is that the expansion, the population, the way their recruitment, and you can see how rapid. If you watch the visual, you can see they are just growing and just growing. Nothing to serve as like a deterrent.
You said the magic word. There are no deterrents, because once you are not punished for a crime, somebody will look at you as a role model and decide to be like you.
It's a fast-growing industry.
It's like any virus. Once you have somewhere to breed, it could spread it. Don't forget, if you catch some people today, they will not even tell you why they are bandits. Some say because they stole their cattle. Some say because they are poor. Some tell you because they are Almajiri. A million reasons will come. But the core thing is that there are no consequences for the actions. And once there are no consequences, young people are very, as you know, they like what they see and they will join. And this is what, but again, like you just said, the failure of the state is not only the inability to defend our people, it's also the inability to stop our people from joining the other side. That's even more dangerous. And that to me is the danger we face.
Okay, I have Idris from Lagos. Thank you for joining us, Idris.
Thank you very much, sir. I've been trying this number for God knows how long, but I will not get through. Thank God I get through this evening. I so much like this, the way the other man there, I don't know his name, the man of white, has spoken. As a matter of fact, I am a mobile police officer, sir. I have been to special duties in some of these places. This government, the government that choose to work with brothers, will not take us anywhere. He only brought his brothers to come and keep.
Hello? I would have loved to listen to this.
This is a mobile police officer.
He said he's a mobile police officer. And
Governor Nasir El-Rufai, you know, anytime he talks, no matter how controversial it sounds like, but I listen to him anytime he talk. Now, talking about mercenaries,
I will never support mercenaries.
It's out of his purview. A lot of people
no,
will say,
we can't even do that. That's what I've explained to you the other time. Part of the problem we have is the talks that even himself is aware of that they brought in during the election in 2015.
We can't substantiate that.
Yeah, okay, we can't substantiate it. But according to some people, according to some people, according to
but you can substantiate that he said he was paying foreign Fulanis to stop attacking his people.
I didn't hear that. I read it.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that we cannot afford to bring in soldiers of fortune. You can never win that war.
No, let's look at what happened. Those
people don't have anything.
Let's look at what happened in the last administration.
Yeah.
We were told, I didn't see them.
Yes.
They won't come officially.
Yes, they brought in mercenaries.
They were contacted and they said they were able to clear a lot of these bandits, Boko Haram guys, from the 14 local government that.
Okay. You know the difference on that one and now? I will tell you the difference. The difference at that time was that Boko Haram had taken over some local governments and they were there.
They are stationary.
They were stationed there. So bringing in mercenaries to clear them is a specific job. You understand? The theater of war is defined. You understand? It's defined because it is these 14 local governments that we want you to help us clear them. They come. It's like going for a normal military operation. These people are there. We want to clear them from this 14 local government. And they succeeded in doing that, pushing them back into Sambisa. It's different in this one. Because the bandits that we are fighting, that's what I'm saying, they are not stationed in one state. They are highly mobile bandits who are in more than all the states in the northwest and most states in the north central. So if you bring in mercenaries, you are going to bring in soldiers of fortune who don't owe you any loyalty. What they want is money. So in other words, if you pay them money to help you clear something, and the bandits in a particular place also offer to pay them money, they may compromise. So you cannot trust mercenaries. That I can understand the frustration of the governor. I can understand the frustration of the governor. What the governor is saying is that, look, the state should be able to handle this problem because there are we intelligent to show where these people are. So why is it that we cannot take them on? But taking them on is not because they are not they are highly mobile. They are not in one place. So the best we can achieve is that if we bring these mercenaries and they are effective, they will probably push those people from Kaduna to another state. So is the governor of that state going to bring his own mercenary? We don't let us go through that route. I think the Nigerian state should be able to solve the problem with that.
Some people are saying that it will even dampen the morale of our military guys that have performed creditably well in the northeast.
Yeah, not only the northeast, even in some parts of the northwest. Only that what the Yorubas will call Omimpo Jokalo, as the case may be. I don't think any same person should agree for anybody to bring in mercenaries because they are soldiers of fortune. Their loyalty lies with their pockets. And there's nothing you can do after the initial operation to even take them out of your country. Because they are mercenaries, they can simply blend into the system and start causing you more problem that they came here to solve. I understand that the man is frustrated, but even with that, when people said people should need to equip vigilantes, create state police, it's the same governors from this particular part of the country that refused to do it. So it's like somebody being beaten with a cane and simply said, no, you cannot allow them to ban canes. And somebody said, let's ban it. He said, no, cane is part of our culture. You cannot ban it. So that's the road we go through today. Because I'm telling you, the role that Amotekun has played in the Southwest to reduce what we go through in the last 3 years can only be imagined.
And if we can replicate that in every region, if we have state police in every state to complement what the Nigerian police is doing now, we will reduce the problem of banditry.
Okay, let's speak. Monday is calling from Abuja.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I hear Mr. Kimpelu say that Abuja is fled. Abuja is safe. Abuja is not safe. I'm telling you, Abuja. Even yesterday,
so.
I went to my as a civil servant. I went to my farm to check my farm. I met these bandits inside my farm, removing the seed yams I planted in the farm. And immediately they saw me, they attacked me, they pursued me to kill me. Honestly speaking, if not that I ran away, and with the help of the neighbors, because the farm is just close to the houses. If not the people, they pursued me. If you see me even today, as I'm telling you, I did not go to work because of the bruises. They nearly to use knife to kill me, but because of the help of the people, they had to rescue me. After have been a dead man today, what I'm telling you today, honestly speaking, Abuja is still not even safe. That Abuja is not safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Talking about the outskirts.
No, we understand. Like we just said, the relatively safety is, of course, relative when you are talking about it. The Southwest is relatively safe. But once you move out of the Southwest, at the fringes of the Southwest, the problems will persist. That's why we said that the role that Amotekun played is fundamental to keeping things on the low, especially in Osun, Ondo, and Oyo states. Yeah. And it can be done everywhere. Like it's not rocket science. I don't know why the northern governors don't want to go to that route.
Every crime is local. Every crime is
Imagine
local.
The vigilantes in Borno.
A state police will be more effective than the federal police. It's taking, because they know the community. All these bandits, all these people, all these criminals, they live among people. They live in some areas.
All right.